Magazine news and gossip. Can Yaman's explosive revelations. What's behind the star's bold words? What happens when a heartthrob adored by millions decides to rip off the mask of fame? Can a single social media post spark a wildfire of emotions, debates, and soul-searching? And what drives a man like Yaman, Turkey's golden boy and Europe's favorite leading man, to bare his soul in a way that leaves fans reeling and headlines buzzing? Buckle up, because magazine news and gossip is diving headfirst into the electrifying storm of Yaman's latest revelations, where raw honesty, defiance, and a quest for authenticity collide in a spectacle you won't forget. A star's cry for freedom. Yaman, the magnetic actor who's stolen hearts across Turkey, Italy, Spain, and beyond, isn't just making waves with his chiseled looks or captivating roles anymore. This time, it's his words, sharp, unfiltered, and dripping with conviction, that have set the internet ablaze. In a series of jaw-dropping social media posts, Yaman didn't just speak. He declared. His words weren't mere captions. They were a manifesto, a rebellion against the chains of fame, gossip, and the relentless expectations of an adoring yet demanding public. You become the person you are at a great cost, Yaman wrote in a post that hit like a thunderbolt. You'll lose people you thought you loved, but who no longer understand you. You'll lose the comfort of familiarity. You'll even lose the old version of yourself that shielded you for years. These aren't just words, they're a window into a soul wrestling with transformation, a man standing at the crossroads of who he was and who he's daring to become. But what sparked this outpouring? Was it a cry from a heart weighed down by fame's burdens, or a bold step toward liberation from the gossip, slander, and scrutiny that have shadowed his rise to stardom? Fans were quick to sense the depth behind his words. For many, Yaman's raw honesty revealed a loneliness of change, a poignant ache born from shedding old identities, relationships, and even the safety of past comforts. His words resonate like a universal truth. Growth comes with sacrifice, and transformation often walks hand in hand with solitude. But is this loneliness a burden, or is it the key to Yaman's emancipation? Let's unravel the layers of this captivating saga. The price of being human. Yaman's words paint a vivid picture of the toll fame extracts, not just as a celebrity, but as a human being navigating the chaos of public life. One passage, in particular, struck a chord with fans and critics alike. Letting go of everything isn't easy. It's a quiet grief, sometimes only understood by the one carrying it. Here, Yaman lays bare the silent pain of shedding his past self, a process he describes as both isolating and transformative. There's a loneliness in change, he wrote, capturing the bittersweet reality of reinventing oneself under the unrelenting gaze of the spotlight. This isn't just about fame, it's about identity. Yaman's reflections speak to anyone who's ever felt the sting of outgrowing their old life, whether it's leaving behind relationships that no longer fit or breaking free from expectations that cage the spirit. His words are a rallying cry for authenticity, a reminder that becoming your true self often means walking alone, at least for a while. But is this loneliness a sign of weakness, or is it the crucible where strength is forged? Yaman seems to lean toward the latter, embracing the pain as a necessary step toward freedom, a defiant stand against toxicity. If Yaman's introspective musings tugged at heartstrings, his next move sent shockwaves through the gossip world. In a fiery outburst, he called out the toxic underbelly of fandom, accounts and individuals who've hounded him for years under the guise of admiration. Can them, or whatever other toxic accounts. Please just leave, he declared, his words crackling with frustration. For too long, these so-called fans have spun fictional narratives, fabricating relationships with his on-screen co-stars and spreading venom toward the women in his life. Yaman's response? A resounding enough is enough. This wasn't just a vent. It was a boundary drawn in the sand. I owe no one anything, he proclaimed. I'm not my characters. I'm an actor. I don't need anyone's approval. These words are a blazing rejection of the tendency to blur the line between the roles he plays and the man he is. For years, fans and tabloids have projected their fantasies onto him, treating his life like a soap opera script. But Yaman is done playing along. His defiance is a wake-up call. Respect his humanity, or step aside. The art of transformation. Yaman's message doesn't stop at calling out toxicity. It's also a bold defense of his craft. Don't tell me I've changed, he urged. My job is to change. That's what acting is. In a world that often demands celebrities remain frozen in time, Yaman refuses to be boxed in. His words celebrate acting as an art form, a journey of constant evolution where each role is a chance to explore new facets of the human experience. For Yaman, transformation isn't just part of the job, it's the essence of his spirit. This perspective has inspired fans and fellow actors alike, who see in Yaman a refusal to be reduced to a heartthrob stereotype. We must keep living, keep changing, he wrote, a mantra that resonates far beyond the screen. It's a call to embrace growth, even when it's messy, painful, or misunderstood. For every fan who's ever felt stuck, Yaman's words are a beacon. Change isn't a betrayal of who you are, it's the path to becoming who you're meant to be. A fandom divided, a world captivated. The fallout from Yaman's posts was nothing short of explosive. Social media erupted, with fans split between awe and outrage. Some hailed his courage and authenticity, praising him for speaking truths rarely voiced in the polished world of celebrity culture. He's real, raw, and unapologetic, one fan tweeted, while another gushed, "This is why we love Can. He's not afraid to be human." But not everyone was on board. Too harsh, some critics argued, while others questioned if his words were a publicity stunt. Yet one thing was undeniable. Can Yaman had shattered the silence, and the world was listening. The ripple effect reached far beyond Turkey. In Italy and Spain, where Yaman's charm has won legions of fans, media outlets pounced on the story. Psychologists and sociologists weighed in, framing Yaman's words as a reflection of the modern celebrity's struggle with identity in an age of relentless scrutiny. His words mirror the universal tension between public persona and private self, one expert noted. Yaman's not just fighting for his truth, he's exposing the cost of fame in a digital world. Loneliness or liberation? At the heart of Yaman's message lies a paradox. The loneliness of change is also the gateway to liberation. Unlike many stars who shy away from vulnerability, Yaman leans into it, choosing to embrace the solitude that comes with growth rather than fear it. While tabloids once speculated about burnout or withdrawal, Yaman's words reveal a man who's not retreating but evolving. You'll be bound by your mistakes, your past weaknesses, the times you didn't know who you were or how to react, he wrote, signaling that he shed the labels and expectations that once defined him. This journey isn't about escape. It's about reclaiming his narrative. By confronting the myths and gossip head-on, Yaman is rewriting his story on his own terms. His words are a declaration of independence, a refusal to let the media or toxic fans dictate his identity. For Yaman, this is more than a moment of defiance. It's a revolution of the self, shutting down the fantasy. Perhaps the most explosive chapter of the saga was Yaman's takedown of the fictional couple narratives that have plagued his career. Fans of Canım or Kandem, pairings born from his on-screen chemistry with co-stars like Demet Özdemir, have long spun elaborate fantasies, treating fiction as fact. Yaman's response was a verbal grenade. If you think you're in some secret relationship with me, get out. His words were a direct hit at the obsessive fan culture that's crossed boundaries, invading his privacy and fueling toxic speculation. I'm not my characters. I'm an actor, he reiterated, drawing a firm line between his roles and his reality. This wasn't just a rejection of fan fiction, it was a stand against the entitlement that comes with fame. Yaman's plea was clear: love me for who I am, not for the stories you've invented. Stay if you love me genuinely, he urged his true fans. But if you're here to spread poison, leave. It's a message that's both a warning and an invitation, a call to build a fandom rooted in respect, not obsession. A voice for the ages. Yaman's words are more than a celebrity outburst. They're a manifesto for anyone who's ever felt trapped by expectations. I'm not staying the same for 30 years, he declared, a sentiment that resonates with artists, dreamers, and anyone striving to break free from the past. His refusal to be a static idol or a predictable role model is a powerful reminder that growth is messy, bold, and deeply human. As magazine news and gossip wraps up this electrifying deep dive, one thing is clear: Yaman's journey is far from over. His words have sparked a global conversation, challenging us to rethink fame, identity, and the courage it takes to stand in your truth. So, what's next for this enigmatic star? Will he continue to push boundaries, or will he find peace in his newfound freedom? One thing's for sure, Yaman isn't just acting out roles anymore. He's writing his own story, and the world can't look away. Don't miss out on more sizzling updates. Follow magazine news and gossip for the latest scoops, and share this story to keep the conversation alive. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep chasing the truth.